Hi everyone, welcome back to Flourish with Emanuela. Today I'll be showing you how to import from China easy peasy. Shortly I'll be taking you to my iPhone where I'll be doing the tutorial, the very short tutorial. Now this is going to be a 4-part video series. At the end of this series you'll be able to know how to import from China by yourself. You will also know the kind of products that you can begin to import and begin to make money. At the end of this series, which should be about a 4-part or a 5-part video series, you will also be able to know how to go about selling on Amazon and the truths behind that. And lastly, you would also know how to begin to make sales from the very first day. Guys, see, remember I have a video that I'm going to link up here or in the description box. I made a video about how to make sales, how to begin to sell and make money from the first day. I went with I did exactly what was on that video. I started the food business, and on the first day I made over 300,000 naira in revenue. So it's something that is possible. It's something that you can do. So I'll just get right into it. But before I go into the tutorial, I need you to know there are 4 very important apps that you need. The first one is Pinduoduo, the second is 1688, the third is Alipay, and the fourth is your WeChat. These 4 apps are non-negotiable. Now, if you're wondering why I not call Alibaba, it's because Alibaba is more expensive and I live in Nigeria. The exchange rates, Alibaba lists their items in USD. And with these apps that I called, I buy in local yuan. Now, Naira to yuan conversion is about 145 yuan to 1 naira, right? So, and then dollar to naira is about 1,700, 1,800. I mean, I quite recently bought my frontal, like you guys can see, and my frontal was 143 yuanish, right? And that cost me about 20k. But when I wanted to buy it here in Nigeria for a 12-inch frontal for my kinky, because it had gone bald, right? One of my kinky wings had gone bald, and I really love this wig. So I said, you know what, let me just, instead of buying new hair, it's the festive season, I don't want to have to spend that money, let me bring this one back to life. So I decided to buy the frontal to replace the bald frontal, and I was told that I had to pay about 40k for a 12-inch frontal. And I get it, they want to make profit, right? But I mean, if you know how to do it, why do you have to pay that amount of money? I bought about 1,500 yuan, and I bought over 60 items. And during the course of this video series as well, I will be showing you guys the unboxing of these items that I have bought. And at the end of this video, please stay tuned. I'll be giving you some things or some lies people tell you about importing from China. One of them is that the market is oversaturated. That's a lie. I'll be breaking it down, and I'll be giving you guys some tips and just telling you the honest truth. Please stay tuned and let's get into this tutorial. Hi everyone, welcome to a short tutorial on how you can easily buy from China from the comfort of your home. The 4 apps that you need that are so important is your WeChat, like you can see here, your Alipay, your Pinduoduo, and your 1688. Now if you're using an Android phone, your 1688 and your Pinduoduo, they are not on the Google Play Store. So you click on the description box below to click on the link to just download this straight from Google. Just download the APK files and then install in your phone. But if you're using an iPhone, just go over to the iPhone App Store and you'll find these 2 apps there. So the first thing you need to do is download WeChat and register on WeChat. This is because you would need your WeChat to be synced to your Alipay, to your 1688, and to your Pinduoduo. It's so important. It just makes your life quite easier. And I feel like it doesn't work except these things are synced all together. So when you've registered on your WeChat, the next thing you would need to do would be to register on Alipay and download Alipay. Sign up, use your international passport, and register, do everything that you need to do. This is what it looks like. This is what my balance is. I've spent all my monies, but over the last few days I've spent over 1,500 yuan. If you check my expenditure, that's my transactions, you would see that for the month of October, like you can see here, my expenses and income, whatever, is 1,500. So that's what I've been doing. So if once you've set these 2 things up, you've registered, you go ahead and download these 2 buying apps, that's the 1688 and the Pinduoduo. Like I said, the moment you click on Pinduoduo for the first time, what it will do is it automatically detects your WeChat and syncs it together. It even asks you, just click on yes. So mine is already synced. That's why you see this two icon here close to my name here, Emanuela. All right, so that is done already. And then for your 1688, the same thing. The moment you have your WeChat, it just detects it and to ask you if you want it synced, you just say yes. It's that simple. And the beautiful thing is that for Alipay as well, it detects your Alipay. So the first time you want to buy, when you click on buy, because your Alipay is registered, it just automatically syncs. It will ask you if you want to use it. You click on the option for buying, you click on Alipay to take you to the Alipay app, and then you sync the two of them. For example, if this was my first time buying a princess dress, like I just clicked on the screen, I don't know why it's taking so long to open. For example, by the time I click on buy now, I just clicked on buy now, select the size, okay, select the size, for example 100, right? So the price is 9 point something yuan. By the time I click on buy now, for example, it's telling me that you have to order. See, guys, I know that you don't understand Chinese, but trust me, you'll be able to figure this thing out. Or use your Android phone or one phone that you have, download Google Translate, click on the camera option, set it to translate Chinese to English, and then just hover that phone over this one that you're using to order. So it's telling me, so I clicked on buy now, so you can see something 2. So it's telling me that it has to be a minimum of 2. So when I click on buy now, the thing here is I've already selected my payment method, but for you, when you click here to give you an option, you see so many other options because that's your first time. Yeah, if I had money in my Alipay, I would have chosen Alipay. If I had money in my 1688 wallet, I would have chosen 1688. Do you understand? But I do not have all that. My money is empty, like you guys saw. But for you, to give you an option now, because you already have your Alipay and you funded it, then you'd be able to just click on buy and you can instantly buy. So just before you buy, to ask you, because it's a new account, to ask you where to be delivered to. So you can just go ahead and put your address. Now this address you see here is my own address. So you go to your forwarder and he or she will give you the address that's the Chinese address. So you put it in here for your receiver address. Whatever address they give you, just carry it, copy it, and go and check it here, and your forwarder will actually get it. So that's what I do. Now if you do not have a forwarder, again, I will just put in the description box, you just click and contact them. Again, I do not make monies off of these people. This is something I've been working. My goal here is to make sure that everybody gets the money back. You're able to start a business. If it's importation and it's more comfortable, especially for stay-at-home moms, you just start this business on your own. Start small, continue posting, be consistent, and you begin to make money. I'm passionate about mothers, women, making sure that they have the money back. If you're a man watching me and you just want to learn and take begin to do these things, fine, go ahead. But I'm passionate about mothers, I'm passionate about women, I'm passionate about girls making the money back. So you guys need to make sure that you have money. I'm passionate about that. So this is why I'm doing this free tutorial. Now if you feel like you need me to hold your hands, again, you can just go ahead and buy my course. Again, it is in this description box below. Okay, so now when you get to your forwarder, the first thing you would do obviously would be to load your Alipay with money. The minimum amount, I'll give you guys, in the description box you will find 2 agents. One sells whatever amount, the other sells a minimum of 1,000 yuan. When you're buying 1,000 yuan, you spend less. 1,000 yuan is about 150k or 145k. 145 naira to 1 yuan depending, while the other one sells any amount, but he charges about 250 to 100 yuan when you are buying less than 1,000. So I would advise you buy more just so that your monies will be less. So what you would do is they will ask you to send your QR code. So you click on this button called collect. You specify the amount that you're buying. I would advise you buy 1,000 so that you save more money. 50 and 145 and 250, the money is too much. There's a difference. So when you click on OK, what you would do would be to save the image. When you save the image, they'll ask you to send that image to them. So if you go to my photo right here, you'll find that the image is saved. So this is what you will send to the agent. Once you send it, they will send your money and you'll see it in your balance. So when you click on pay, you'll be able to pay with your Alipay balance. That's how I've been doing it for years. That's how you should do it. Now, a lot of people would say you should use your Tor card. I promise you, Tor card doesn't work for Nigerians anymore. And even if you try to do it yourself so that you can pay with your Nigerian card, you get frustrated. And I don't know, for some weird reason, it doesn't work, to be honest. I've tried it, and when I was registering, for the longest time, I kept saying that was wrong. Why is this thing not going? But I found out that they removed Talk Hard. They removed Nigerians already. It's already asking me for location. I don't want to go into that. Now, it's not working because I didn't give them access to my location. Usually, when they just detect Nigeria, people of God, they just have this weird thing where they just turn the whole thing off. It doesn't really work that way, but I promise you, go through it and you see what I'm saying. Maybe it has changed and I'm not up to date, but please explore the Talk card so I can be able to pay with your Nigerian card and you don't have to buy the way that I buy. So yeah, that's it. So when all that is done, you click on your buying app, you see what you want and you buy. Remember, the address that your agent gives you is the address that you impute. It's that simple. I've bought a lot of items. These are all the things that I bought. I bought over 60 something items. Let me click on this first one. I think it will show you guys. Yes. So I've gone ahead to buy all these things. I have this culture where I buy things for my daughter, and then that last her till next year. This jacket, for example, I tried to buy it on 1688. The vendor refused to send it, was delaying to send it, and then I demanded for a refund. Let me show you guys. This is 1688. I demanded for a refund, so I'll just click on return, refund. No, go back. Let me show you guys something. Refund. So I tried to buy it. So the beautiful thing is that if somebody doesn't send your order, you can just click on refund and then you get your money back. So this particular order you're seeing here, guys, I tried to buy it. The vendor refused to send it immediately. And I just said, you know what, when are you going to send it? He or she said they were going to send it the next day. After like 3 days, they hadn't sent it. I just collected my money back and went to Pindodo and I bought it and the person sent it, So I want to show you guys the conversation we had and everything. Why I'm doing this is so you know that when a vendor doesn't send something, you can just say, give me my money back, and they'll give you your money back, so. All right, so I got my money back, obviously. Immediately I clicked on refund, I got it back without issues. Again, I'm a Plus member. I pay 91 a month for VIP status. So immediately I click on refund. No matter the amount, the vendor gives me back my money in less than 2 seconds, immediately. So look at the conversation I had with the vendor. Again, what I do is I go to Google Translate. I type what I want to tell them in English. It translates to Chinese, and then I copy it and come and paste here. So you can see I copied the same thing twice, basically saying, when are you going to send my package? Why hasn't it left? And this one word here from the vendor was tomorrow, and I said okay, and the person sent me a weird flower. The person did not send it after 2 days, and I just clicked on refund immediately. I think after the 3rd or 4th day, and I got my money back. So yeah, you can have a conversation with them and be like, yo, when am I getting my market? How long? If you want to brand your items, you can see something that you want. Say you want to start a hairline or you want to start a kiddies line and you just want these things to come branded in your name. My dear, just click on the items like so. Click on this chat looking icon beside the star-like button like this, and then have a whole conversation with the vendor. I promise you it's not that deep. It's not that deep. See, just have a conversation with the vendor. Again, go to Google Translate, type what you want to type in English, Let me show you guys how I do it before I sign off. If you need me to hold your hand, please buy my course and then you can have access to me. Okay, so what I do is I just come and I'll be like, hey, do you brand items and how much, plus what is the MOQ for my private branding? So this is what I do. Again, I've set it to English to Chinese and I click on the copy icon. I would come here, I would just allow paste. I'm using an iPhone, so it always asks allow paste, and then I'll send it. When they see the person, see this green icon here, it shows that the person is online. So when they see it, they will respond. So they'll respond. So that's basically how it works. So if you have any questions, probably drop it in the description box and I promise you I will get to it. But if you feel like you need me to hold your hand, please just get access to my course and you get access to me. So that's the end. Bye. I want to start by saying that one of the reasons that I'm giving out all this information, right now is because I want you to be empowered. I'm passionate about women getting the money back, stay-at-home moms being able to make money like I do from the comfort of their home. And one of the ways to do that is through importation. And one of the lies that you would hear is that the market is saturated. That's a lie. As long as God saw it fit for you to be alive and part of this world, then there's something that you can do. There's a unique edge that you can most definitely bring into whatever it is that your hand finds to do. The only thing that you owe to yourself is to make sure that your work is excellent, and whatever it is that you do it as unto the Lord. Now, secondly, people say things like, oh, things from China, they are fake. Look, your top brands, I'm not going to mention their names, their top brands, they do their production from China because it's just cheaper. So what they do is that they make sure that it's quality. There's nothing about fake. And most of the apps, that's the Pindodo, for example, we buy from their local marketplace. Most of the products there are good because if it's not good, you can easily return. Thirdly, I need you to know that whatever it is that you do will work. Quite recently, I was, laid before the Lord, and I was, having my quiet time, and I went to the book of James, which is on the screen, and it never clicked. But for some reason, I was like, Lord, speak to me, and it clicked for the first time. And I'm going to share this. He said that if you waver like the sea, you understand, you are here today, you are here tomorrow, you should not think that you can receive anything from the Lord. If you're believing God and you're trusting that, for example, the work of your hand will succeed, and you say, I just want to start this business, say children's clothing or t-shirt business, whatever it is that the Lord has laid in your heart to do, or you have a desire to do, right? The problem with people is that, the way I'm gassing you up now, I'm telling you that, look, whatever it is that you do will work because you trust God's word and you're a believer in Christ Jesus and all that. And it's definitely going to work because that's part of the promise. Because the Bible said, blessed I am, for I walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. But my delight is in the law of the Lord, and on that law I meditate day and night, and this is my best part. Me, I am like a tree. This is how I speak to myself. I am like a tree planted by the rivers of water. I yield my fruit in its season. God's word is powerful. My leaf never withers, and whatsoever it is that I do prospers. You know what that means? That means that whatever it is I do work. That means nothing about me fails. That means everything I lay my hand to do prospers. And that's the same with you. If you believe it, you will go according to your faith. Your work will show. The faith that you have will show in your work. How? You will stand up and you begin to, do these things that I'm giving you, this value I'm giving you. You begin to take action immediately, knowing fully well that whatever it is that you do works. Knowing fully well that God's favor and sworn blessing is over you. I need you to understand that, because if you don't understand it and accept it as truth, I can give you all the expo in the word. It will not just work, but you have to believe it. Amen. It's so important. So please don't believe the lies that number one is oversaturated, number two there's fake, and number three the things that you do will not work. It will work. The only thing that you need to do is to show up consistently, doing it excellently. The Bible says, here's a man that is diligent in his works. He will stand before kings and not before obscure men. Now, the beautiful part of this is that I went into the dictionary. I had to I did a deep dive to understand what diligence means. And diligent means that showing up every day, putting in excellent work, focused on a thing. That's all you need to do. It's not the perfection, it's the diligence, the consistency that breeds results. So please take action. The next video you'll be seeing would be videos about products that you can begin to sell, giving you product ideas, also giving you service-based ideas that you can do from, you know, importing from China, that you can begin to do. Say you don't have a lot of capital, I'll give you these ideas. All you need to do is take actions. I'm a wealth of ideas. So please like, please subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.